There we go. So about 14 years ago, I bought a soldering kit. Learned to solder and build a flashing European siren. This is the kit. It's been sitting in various places for the last 14 years about. And finally decided I'm going to get to actually assembling this. Hoping I have all the pieces already checking in the box. Looks like I probably rated it a while ago that it's supposed to come with the actual kit, soldering iron with a stand, and there's supposed to be a little wire cutter, but I probably rated that a long time ago, so I'll have to use one other one I have or something. So, what do we got? Got solder. Not going to be using that. Why? Because I've got this one. It's a little more heavy duty, I guess you'd say. I don't know why, but I like this because it's got a holder. So you can put it in there, you don't have to worry about, slipping off, falling. Go grab it, no. So it's got, heat control. Don't really do a lot of soldering. Haven't done a lot of soldering in a long time. I basically learned when I was a kid, watching my dad. He used to tear apart TVs and try to put them back together again. Sometimes he'd succeed, and other times you had to take it someplace so they could fix it. Not sure how much extra that wound up costing. But I learned to solder just, simple circuits, motors and batteries, and make a little personal fan with batteries and stuff. So that was kind of cool. So, time to check this out. It comes with a little booklet. That will step through all the different things, identifying resistors and capacitors and LEDs and how to solder and what's flux and solder tips, and you gotta clean your connections. And that reminds me, I found my connection cleaner. Bought one of these little doodads. You can say they're better. It's got a little thingy in here. And you can clean your tip just by scraping in there, and I guess it's better than a sponge because it won't corrode as much. What I heard, but you never know. It's got the little cubby hole there. You can just stick things. So, where are we at? So I got my solder stick, got my solder. Oh, it came with solder. I don't know if I use that solder. I have my own solder, so. I got two kinds. The big ass solder. This is really nice for if you got your soldering gun, because if you got heavy duty soldering to be done, you got to really heat stuff up. Soldering gun helps. Having a bigger solder helps. And I got a little silver solder. So, and I even have other pieces, parts, and stuff like that. Oh, you know what? This might have actually been. I think I found the. I can't be sure, but it's probably close enough. Anyway, I have my wire cutter, and it's probably the one from the actual box. And if it's not, it's close enough. Garbage! Wow. Alright. Looks like it's got. Open up that thing. I don't have anything sharply available. I'll stab myself with this. Good enough. Let's see. Here's the board. And makes a European siren, which is weird because this is called. What did I do with the box? Snake it would have been. What did I do with that? cutting this out. I didn't need it. Anyway, in the box, it said I was going to become an expert. Where'd the box go? There's the box. 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 What did I do with the box? Let me find out. The box. I know I have it. I just took pictures that just pull the stuff out of it. What the heck? Okay, I'm back. I found the box. It's right there. Like I said, the snake would have bit me. So this is going to give me, it's going to make me become an expert in soldering. Ooh, there's a self-test. So I'll have to read the book and take the test. But what it looks like in the book talks about the different the actual practice. So there's parts of this board which has the components on that you can line up there, but also it has this whole section here. Yeah, owie, 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 owie. Oh, there we go. So this whole section there you can practice soldering, so you can solder wires onto it and connecting the little things. So we'll get started. So this should be really exciting for me, not for you, but for me. Put that there. And I'll put the box away again so I can find it later. So anyway, here's the all the components. As you can see, they are nicely labeled. Resistors, capacitors. Hopefully after 14 years all this stuff still works. It's got speakers, so I'll go, I'm guessing European. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I was talking about. Well, I want the box to begin with. It's Elenco AK-100 Learn Electronic Series. You can actually still get this Carl's Electronics. What was it called? I got another kit here for you. Yeah, electronickits.com. So I got an amplifier kit that I might make at some point. That might go into, I haven't decided, but this might actually go into making a monkey gun. But that's another story. So I guess thing to do is start learning how to do this stuff. So I guess I'll plug in the soldering iron and hope I got all the pieces parts. If I don't, I got a bunch of pieces parts and other stuff, and debating whether or not I'm actually going to put the 9-volt power supply in. I probably will, and then hook my bench power supply, which I haven't even tried yet. So hopefully that works. Paid enough for it. But anyway, and little bits of wire and stuff. So let's see what it says. Before we assemble, blah blah blah. Practice. Apply small amount of size iron tip. This allows heat to leave the iron into the foil. Place the iron. Jackass. As you know, that was 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. Place the iron on the top half of the pad and then apply the solder. Allow the solder to flow to the pad, then remove the solder and iron and let the solder cool. The solder should be neat and smooth. Repeat step 2 on the top row of pads. See figure 4. Solder, 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 solder. Single pads. Practice using single pads. Use the same soldering procedure as the large double pads. Be sure there is no solder bridges between the pads. Solder bridge occurs when solder runs between circuit paths and creates a short circuit. Zap! This is usually caused by blah blah blah. Okay, it talks about creating solder bridges and then intentionally creating them and then use the soldering iron to remove them. Cover with solder resist over the areas that are not to be soldered. This is done to reduce soldering shorts and adjacent metal runs. On a large pad, note that half the pad is covered with solder resist. Oh, that must be, these two pads there. Looks like one of them's half covered. The larger one is half covered with the green. So yeah, okay. Try soldering the covered pad. You will find it's impossible to solder. I'm sure I can break it off. Tack soldering. You will make 14 tack solder connections by soldering 7 wires to the top row of pads. I don't damn 7 wires. Unless they want me to cut up this wire. Cut 7 1/2 inch wires and strip 1/8 inch insulation off both ends. Alright. Place the iron and wire top pad. Solder flow around the wire. Then remove the iron and let the solder cool. Neat and smooth. Looks like the pads they have are actually little, they're connected, so this is really just a practice thing, so I guess oh look, hairline cracks. Hairline cracks can develop in the copper foil. It's a PC flex. This can be easily repaired by making a solder bridge. That's why they had you do it. Make 5 solder bridges using the second row of single pads starting from the left. Reinforcing or repair a solder bridge. Repair can be reinforced using a solder wire. Now add a wire to the 5 solder bridges you just made. Strip a 1/2 inch insulation off. And wire and then tin it. Hold the tinned wire on top of the solder bridge. Place the iron and the wire into the solder mounts. Remove the iron while holding the wire in place against the foil. Make sure the wire does not move until the solder hardens. Check for good solder connection. Cut the wire off as close to the solder joint as possible. Practice this procedure 4 more times. Wide gaps. Wider gaps, a copper foil or solder bridge cannot be used to wire. A small wire will be used to bridge. Check for good solder connection. Solder the wire to the lower bed. Cut the wire. Single pads. Should get a remote for turning off the camera. It's not 3. What time is it? Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 2:01 p.m.
Yeah, it's more like it. I didn't think it was 3 yet. So, Guess I'll plug in the soldering station. Bingo. And power it up and crank it up. Get some hotness going there. So today I'm probably just going to try and get through some of these practice things. Cut 7 1.5 inch wires and strip 7 1.5 inch wires. I'm thinking that ain't 14 inches. Not 14, but maybe. Yeah. Do I have something I can actually measure with? Measure something with? Look at that. I have a ruler. Got my ruler. 1.5. Boom. 2. 3. 4. 5. Shit. Yeah. Man. I tried to do that on purpose, never happened. How many? 2, 5, 5. 6. 7. I need those. Probably had enough now. Let's see. Okay, this is where I'm gonna have to change glasses. Make sure the tip's on there. Don't use your fingers. Crank it up. No, I'm gonna have to bust out my other. There we go. It's hot enough now. I'm gonna go ahead and strip off my 1/8 inch of. Just get my wire stripper and just make this a whole lot easier. I find it easier if you just kind of score around the edge and then whoop. And you have a one down. And I only got 6 more to go, but I'm tiring of that already. I'll do that off camera. Okay, I'm going to move the camera now. Okay, supposed to take the solder, apply the tip to the top half, and then apply the solder and allow the solder to flow around. Let's find out, shall we? So, yeah. Apply it. Oh, I went on to the other one. Okay, so it's flowing. Goop, goop. So let's probably need to. Boom. Boom. See, when I was younger, I didn't actually learn how. I just watched somebody else solder, and whether or not they were doing it right or not didn't really focus in. So, actually, following and doing this is probably handy. Although I probably should have thought about being able to see what I'm doing. Switch to my magnifier. Boom. Okay. Let's see. Got them all soldered. Yay, team. This is weird because the camera's actually upside down, so I don't know what I'm doing. So. Alrighty. Now, we have to bridge. How many of these? 5 of these? Using the top row single pads. Try to just top row of pads. Man, that's a lot of them. Guess we'll make pairs. Page 7 is solder work, but we didn't get to that yet. Why would you say that on page 7 if we're only on page 5? That doesn't make sense. But anyway, let's make some solder bridges, cause why? I don't know, cause I see it so. So, solder that one. Solder that one. Come on. Ah. Solder that one. Now I'm supposed to solder the bridge. I'm such an awesome solderer. I can't accidentally solder a bridge. Man, that's taking a lot of solder to not. They make it look like it's so easy. Well, I'm just going to solder the pads. And if I accidentally solder keep feeding the solder out so you don't get your fingers too close to that really burning part. A few months ago, I was trying to solder something over my head. And if you ever try to solder over your head, but you can't see anything because what you're trying to solder is actually blocked. So then for whatever reason, I decided, you know, I need to move the soldering iron a little further, and I grabbed it. Yeah, it doesn't say, hey, I'm about to burn you. It's like by the time you realize it, you're already crispy skin. Your skin is crisp, blistered up. Although I have to say, I didn't pop the blister or anything, so after a day or two, it just actually started to pull back into the skin. So when somebody says, "Oh, you gotta pop that," burn, no, don't. If you can avoid doing that, avoid it. It puffs up because it, actually will protect and create a nice little area that, because your skin will be tender underneath there, but yeah, it just reabsorb. Just try to prevent it from getting cut. Still trying to get a solder bridge. Oh, did we do it? No. Let's put some solder right in between. Holy shit. Oh, got it, I got it, yes! Yeah, that took a lot of solder to do that, though. I mean, you'd have to be sitting going, I mean, at least on this board, it's like something that it's not. It's not something you can easily. Oh, there we go. I think I'm going to do one more, and then I'll stop wasting solder. I get the point. The idea was, I think, so that if you accidentally did it, you could undo it. But I'm finding it difficult to do it on purpose, so I don't know how accidental it will be. There we go. So I did 3 of them. Now I have to undo them. I think it's supposed to be a soldering wick. That's what this is supposed to be. Let's see what 7. So I've never used one of these before, but apparently this will heat up, draw the solder into it, and then you'll clean the board, snip it off. Now you got a new section, do it, discard, repeat until you run out of wick. So we'll see how this goes. If it works pretty good, I'll have to order me some. Where was that before? So we were doing, yeah, we're gonna desolder. Let's see what we got here. Probably try and zoom that in. Let's see if it will zoom. Oh, telephoto's right there. Zoom. Zoom. There. Anyway, so heat puppy up. Probably can't see that. There's a big blob of solder there. Ow, wow, so note to self. That wick's heat too. All right. As I can tell. Yep. That bridge is gone. I gotta clip it, snip it, even hard to check it. Man. Hold back on that wick. Okay, those are fixed. This isn't too bad. It does get hot. So, one more, and we should be able to go on to the solder resist. Yeah. Woohoo! We're going to try and solder on the resist. It's supposed to be impossible. Let's find out. Bingo. And this thing here is a silicone pad. It's supposed to help with, you know, if you got, like, see how that, you can't see. Let me pull this down. Right there, there's a little bit of solder and stuff on there. So, yeah, so hot thing. So if you're working on a surface you don't want to, you know, accidentally destroy, it's nice. You get this white china. Again, a few bucks. I think, yeah, after seeing results of soldering irons, my mom's look on her face after my dad soldered the, or didn't solder, but hit the dining room table with the soldering iron. Yeah. Tack soldering. No, we're going to do the solder resist. We are going to try and solder on this. It says it's impossible. So, let's see. Oh, look at that. The solder. Add more. Doesn't go. I have a feeling if I scratched through that it would, but then it wouldn't be solder resistant anymore. It would just be. So let's get rid of that. Clean my tip. Oh, that's nice. It does a pretty good job. So, okay. Well, worth it. I think that was $12 billion. Maybe $3. I don't know. I have tape there. Okay. I'm back. I finished stripping the little pieces of wire and bend them into a U shape. And apparently I'm supposed to be soldering these in, so this is called tack soldering. And of course, sometimes, like here, I'll probably be able to get away with just bending these into a position where they will lie naturally on the thing. But sometimes you've got something so small and that you're trying to solder like this, and you can hold that little thing like that and say, hey man, check that out. But you know, it gets real close to that thing that burns you real fast. So one thing they don't have in the kit is like a needle nose or some type of pliers that you can then grip and hold something with. So it would come in handy. They also have these little arm thingies that you can position and bend and twist into things. I think I have one of those on the way coming, but it will, you know, it's on a slow boat from China or fast mailer from China or slow mailer from China or wherever, but it's coming. So I think at this point, the kicker, I'm going to work my way, starting at this end, and work my way across. So you basically, so this is tack, because you're not soldering this through anything. So if you look at the rest of the board, there's holes where the wire will come through. And so this is really more like trying to solder it to the surface. I'm not going to worry too much about those for now. I'm going to need solder. I'm going to need solder iron. I'm going to work on this one. Move stuff around. Heat the solder up. Add additional solder. Remove. Give it a few seconds. If it's solid, you should be able to twist it. Now this one I'm probably going to have to press in place with the soldering tip. And whammo! We should have a decent connection there. Yeah, that gets, the wire gets really hot. So again, even those pliers or something to hold it with would be a good idea. And now I'm just going to work my way across. Position this in place. Whichever one looks like it's going to be easier is the one I'm going to go with. And by easier, it's already in position, so. Yeah. I'll put a little more. Owie, 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 owie. Ow. It gets hot. Go. Soldered. Sometimes you just gotta finagle them. Together. And of course, phone call. Now where am I? Ah. Let's see. Next recording. Slider, not. Creaking through, creaking through, creaking through. Okay, cheat. Put that under it. Level it out like that. Okay, that didn't work out. It's a little hot, but it's a lot faster this way. Thing is with heat, especially your hands and stuff, you get used to the heat after a while. The things that you go, yow, after a while, you don't go yow. I know that because working around fryers and stuff like that, it's just boom. And of course, now it's popped off. There should be enough solder there. Need a little more solder to this. That way, when I stick this in it, that'll be enough to hold it. Owie, 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 owie. Ow. Owie, owie, owie. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little more solder. Okay, nice little build up there. So now when I push the wire into it, it should go in better. This is why they have you do it. You learn along the way. Stop moving. So, there you go. Got a bunch of wires stuck to the side. I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be other than little, maybe you can hang stuff on it. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe a musical. Doing, 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 doing. Could be musical. Doing, 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 doing. Repairing. I'm not going to break it just to repair it. Doesn't make sense. They want you to do more solder bridges as if you're doing a PC repair, which is fine, but you've already done solder bridges so you could do it. So I'm not going to be doing that. Alright, I'll be back tomorrow to do some more soldering. Catch you later. Bye. Boom, 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 boom.